Hi, this is Dan from Magic Pachinko Restorations with another short video. This one's going to be an instructional video. I'm going to show you how to separate the board from this front frame. If you like these videos, please click on subscribe below. And if you haven't already been, you can go to magicpachinkorestorations.com. That's where all the instructional videos are and a lot of other stuff. So what you're going to need for this job are as many wood chisels as you have and a nice heavy hammer. These chisels are, although I did buy a set, these are mostly chisels I picked up at garage sales, and the bigger actually the better. You don't want real little thin ones. You want some that have got some width to them. So again, you can do it with one chisel, but more the merrier, and you'll see why in just a second. Okay, so this is the front. This board here is the front frame, and this is the playfield board, the main board, and it's nailed in with a whole bunch of nails, and these are spiral nails, and they do not come out easily, so it's very hard to try to get at them from here and just pull them out like you would typically pull a nail out of any other hard lumber. So here's what we're going to do. You want to, it really doesn't matter where you start, but I tend to start in this corner. And you're going to get a chisel and you're going to put it right in between the spacer wood and the wood of the frame. And you just kind of get it in there nice and tight. And just give it one little whack. And then wherever you've got a nail, just go in as close to the nail as you can. Give it another whack. And you just keep going along the top surface here. You don't want to drive these chisels down too deep because you can get down into the playfield if you're going to replace. This is the reason you take this off, is because you're going to replace the playfield. So this one's actually starting to separate quite well. Right now I've got almost a 1/4 inch of gap in here. So you just take these out, turn it, and just keep going around. Actually, I think this one's going to separate quite well. Some of them don't. Some of them are a real chore to get to separate, but a lot of that depends on how much moisture the machine has soaked up over time. These nails will rust, and when they rust, they're really hard to get out. Now down along the bottom, it gets a little trickier because there's not as much solid wood, so you got to be kind of careful when you do it down here. Again, I'm going close to the nail heads with the chisels. Now, if you've got a split here, you want to put the chisel so it spans the split of the wood. Then you won't damage that wood if you do it like that. So this one did split real nice. So once you've been around, assuming that it pulled away nicely like this one did, if it didn't, you just go around again. But now that I've actually got some space here, now I can use the chisels to pry, and you just kind of work it. Don't try to do too much at once. And you're going to put marks in this spacer board, but that doesn't matter because you aren't going to see it. You will put some marks on your playfield board also, but again, when it goes back together, you won't see it. Yeah, this one's coming apart pretty easy. And again, you want to be a little bit careful when you do this. If you find that the spacer boards are starting to pull away, which they will, you want to try to push them back. Like here, this one's starting to pull away. So I'm going to just try to push it back to where it was. So now I'm almost to the point where it's going to start to let go. It's getting easier and easier to come out. There, see, it really just let go there. There. That's pretty much it. Okay, so now, the way that I do it is I've got a nice heavy vise on my bench. You notice everything's off this board except the nails and rails. That's the way I take it down. And then once I get this off, then I can work on getting the nails and rails off. So now what you want to do is you just drive these drive them down through, and then I use a block of hardwood just to give me some leverage. And then you can pull these out. You gotta be a little bit careful because they tend to want to try to split the wood, but so that's how you get them out. You see, they're ugly things that are all rusty. I throw these away, and this is what I use in their place. These are number 8 screws that are 1.25 inches, 1.5 inches long. And I also find that when you're screwing them back in, a good thing to do is rub a little soap on them. And then when you put them back in, they'll drive down in nice and clean. Every once in a while, if you don't use the soap, every once in a while they'll bind and these screws will snap. So that's how you do it. Continued good luck in your restorations. Thank you very much.